To understand it, we must travel to the swamps, the ships, and the fever-stricken ports where Yellow Jack, the yellow fever, reigned. Yellow fever, the sickness of swamps and ships. There are diseases that creep slowly, and there are diseases that strike like lightning. Yellow fever was the latter. It burned through bodies with terrifying speed, leaving behind corpses and empty streets. In the 18th and 19th centuries, it stalked ports, plantations, and entire cities. An invisible killer carried on the wings of a mosquito. The arrival of Yellow Jack. For centuries, sailors whispered of a sickness that clung to the tropics. They called it Yellow Jack after the yellow quarantine flag flown on infected ships. A crew might leave port healthy, only to arrive with men vomiting blood, skin turning jaundiced, and death spreading faster than cargo. The disease terrified port cities across the Americas, Africa, and Europe. It thrived in swampy waters and humid air, the breeding ground of the Aedes aegypti mosquito. But no one knew this at the time. Instead, they blamed foul air, bad morals, or even curses from the enslaved peoples forced to labor in the colonies. Meanwhile, the mosquitoes fed silently, carrying death in every bite. The stages of death. The illness began with fever, chills, and headaches, symptoms so ordinary they gave little warning. But soon the skin turned yellow, stained by the failure of the liver. Then came the horror, black vomit, caused by internal bleeding. Some bled from the nose, mouth, and eyes. Death could come in days, sometimes hours. In outbreaks, bodies piled in streets. Cemeteries filled faster than graves could be dug. The stench of decay mixed with the humid air, creating cities of both the living and the dying. Port cities in panic yellow fever was the terror of trade. In colonial Havana, New Orleans, and Philadelphia, outbreaks crippled economies. Ships were quarantined, sailors abandoned, ports sealed. In Philadelphia's epidemic of 1793, nearly 10% of the city's population perished in a single season. Families fled, leaving homes behind. Those who stayed locked themselves indoors, hoping the fever would pass them by. But no wall could keep out mosquitoes. The scapegoats, as with many plagues, fear turned neighbors against one another. Immigrants were blamed for bringing the disease. The poor were accused of filth and immorality. In some cases, enslaved Africans were thought immune, leading to dangerous myths that fueled exploitation. Communities fractured under suspicion, while the real culprit, the mosquito, went unnoticed. The hospitals of suffering, in makeshift hospitals, patients writhed in fever. Doctors applied leeches, purges, and bloodletting,